everybody, I am coming to you today showing you a little bit about TimHoltz's Distress Embossing Glazes. Okay. We have 5 different ones today. We have Walnut Stain, Vintage Photo, Crackling Campfire, Hickory Smoke, and the Speckled Egg. There's a few different ways you can actually use these. You can use them with a Versamark pen, or how I'm going to use it today to show you at first is the Emboss It Clear Dabber from Ranger, and this works awesome, as well as works great with stencils, which I will show you that as well. So we're going to get started. What you need is your heat tool. So I'm just going to add our adhesive with our dauber, just random on this tag. And now I'm going to use the Speckled Egg, such a gorgeous color, and I'm going to do it over top of our paper. Okay, put a little bit more. And the one nice thing about this is if you don't get all the parts, you can always go out back and redo it after. So we're going to pour all of our powdery goodness back into the container so we can reuse all that. And now I'm going to turn on our heat tool and we will see how this goes. You don't want to hold it too close because you can burn your paper. One thing you can do too is do it on the back so it doesn't curl. I don't know if you can see that, it's starting to melt. So I'm going to go back over it again. And the Embossing Glaze is like a plasticky type of substance, so that's why it gets kind of its glossy look to it. So we're going to go over those areas that didn't get done before. And you can put on as much as you want because you're going to pour this all back into the container again anyway. Pour it all back in. The Speckled Egg is such a gorgeous color. Okay, so then we'll go over this again. Okay, so I'm going to do that with the other 4 and I'll show you the result when I'm done. So here we have it. This is our Crackling Campfire. This is our Vintage Photo, our Hickory Smoke, our Speckled Egg, and our Walnut Stain. All of these were done with a second coat. This one here, our Vintage Photo, I actually left a little bit empty at the top just to show you the difference from one application to 2. So we're going to put our Embossing Glaze away for a second. These are all somewhat dried. It has a nice pretty sheen. You can see it's all shiny and glistening. But with these also, I will just let you know that this is like a little bit of a plastic, so it will kind of dry, kind of a shiny color. If you do want it a darker color, always add a second application once it's dry. You could even also do an ombre effect. And what I mean by that is you could do multiple different applications over top and just reduce it as you go, and you would have an ombre effect on your project as well. And I will maybe show that at a later date. So now what I'm going to show you is the stamping. So we will just stamp on one of our items and just show you kind of what that looks like, and it's a really cool effect. So I'm going to grab our archival ink, and we will probably stamp on our crackling campfire. This stamp I bought was from Etsy. It's a very cool stamp. I like it. I like the really different, interesting stamps. Anyways, add a little bit of pressure, pop that down. Oh, it's not overly dark on this one. And that's another thing you have to remember with this, it is porous. So you might want to add extra ink. If you had a Misty, you could go over in the same location. I don't myself use a Misty. So that is one thing you might want to consider. So we will do this again, and we'll do this on this one. And these are, because it is a powder, they are porous, so just keep that in mind. This shows up a little bit better. And it's our goofy looking girl on there. Our not so prom queen. So anyways, that's one thing you can do with these. So one thing I did do, just to show you, is the best way to do your stamping is to stamp your image on your item before you use the embossing glaze. This is the result you get. It's clear, and it actually turns the image underneath a little bit darker, so it actually turns out really, really nice. So that is recommended. And like I showed you before, this is after. So once you put on your embossing glaze, and then to stamp on top of it is really hard to do, as you can see in this one, because it is porous. And it also doesn't have the sheen that the other one does. So those are the two different images. That's before and that's after. So this is a lot of fun to work with. It's really cool to play around with. One thing I wanted to show you as well. This is one application of embossing glaze, and this is two. So that shows you the difference in colors and how more vibrant it is when you have two. Now we are going to bead emboss it. And there is our final project. That stamp as well as from Etsy. So there you have it. Those are just some of the things you can do with the embossing glaze, and using a Versamark pen and ink pad, as well as the Emboss It clear dabber, which I think is awesome. And if you haven't got one from your store or online, I recommend getting one because they are so cool and very easy to do. And same thing here. Here are our colors we used, and there's no reason why you couldn't do this. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory, I guess, with any of your stencils. So I can do that in another video. Drop me a message and let me know if you'd like me to show you that too. But this is a lot of fun. It's great fun to play with, and the choices are limitless to what you could do with these. Just look at that awesome color. So neat. And there's so many colors. All of Tim's colors, I believe, come in embossing glaze. So check out which colors you'd like to get, and go online or to your local scrapbook store and pick those up today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this feed and this channel, and I hope you have a great day. Happy crafting!